Welcome into the recap of the White Sox 9-3 blowout win over a very good Philadelphia Phillies club to take 2 of 3 over the Phillies here in Chicago in today's series finale. That was delayed by rain for several hours, and they finally got it in. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Wintrust. They are the exclusive home of White Sox checking. Wintrust.com/White Sox, or the QR code on your screen gets you all the details on how you get your very own White Sox checking account. Folks, we got to be really fair here that Chris Getz has done a really nice job incorporating younger players in, making some astute moves, and then watching his team start to go this way. It's super cool to watch. It really is. Again, against the Phillies, that's a tough matchup. And you beat Sanchez in game 1. And then tonight, you're thinking, all right, you've been delayed by rain. The Phillies just made a huge trade to get Joan Duran, the great closer from the Minnesota Twins. So guess what? I would bet they're going to come out ready to go and try and take the series. White Sox drill the Phillies. Walker got the start. Here's our Hooters winging its starting pitching matchup. It was Walker pitching for the Phils. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs there earned. He did give up 2 solo home runs. And then all of a sudden, they go to the bullpen, and Lazar, 1/3 of an inning, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned. There's your ball game. White Sox came roaring back. They were down in the game. It was close. They were hanging in there. And here's how this thing went down. Again, for the White Sox to get the type of productivity they're getting out of their young kids, and by the way, it was Alexander who pitched for the Sox, and then Vasso, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 Ks. If you look at what the White Sox were able to do, here's how the scoring went. Kyle Teel homered in the second, and then in the fourth, Castellanos got a base hit, drives in Bryce Harper, and then Otto Kemp gets a base hit. That drives in Castellanos, and it's 2-1 Phillies. And then Colson Montgomery, this dude's been really good. Give Chris Getz credit again. Pulls him out of the minors where he's struggling, sends him to Arizona to work with White Sox hitting instructors, and then they get him back to AAA. He looks better. He comes up, and he's been outstanding for the Chicago White Sox. That is his 5th home run since being recalled. Now it's a 2-2 game. We go to the 7th. Lenine Sosa base hit, drives in Tauchman. Vargas, his 13th, 3-run jack. Edgar Caro, his 3rd, another 3-run jack. It's a blowout in the 9th. Brandon Marsh hit a solo home run for the Phillies. There is your ball game. 9-3 is your final. Player of the game. We could go a number of ways here, but I think I'm going to give it to Colson Montgomery for hitting the game-tying solo home run. Instead of trailing, he gets you right back to even. Now, let's talk about the trade deadline. Today, Austin Slater was traded to the New York Yankees for a prospect. Adrian Hauser was supposed to start today. He was pulled from that start because he's probably getting traded tomorrow. We've heard the Cubs. We've heard a bunch of different teams, but he will not be on the White Sox past 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So, good day for the White Sox, and when you can beat a team like the Phillies and play as well as they played out of the All-Star break, tip your cap to Will Venable, Chris Getz, and that emerging young club that should be much better next year if they spend a little money in the offseason. White Sox win, baby, 9-3. Take that.